Alright, guys. How's it going? How's my lovelies? Well, I'm great, thanks for asking. Um, so we have episode 3, finally. Sorry, the review's coming a little late. But, you know, subs, like to take their sweet time. But, we got a lot of information this episode, and, it was good. One thing I want to start off with, though, is the woman in the picture. We finally get a little good idea of what Emma's voice actor is, and how her attitude is. I'm pretty sure she's the one who has been watching Yusaku, fucking words in Japanese that I don't understand. Um, we get to feel like she's hired by the Soul Technologies, so we get that idea. I know a lot of people were curious about her, and it seems like um, she's a Rouge the Bat kind of character. Not sure if you guys watch Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, but he pretty much called that. Um, yeah, so she's like a treasure hunter, so she mostly cares about money, I guess. But yeah, finally we get to see her. We get to get a good idea of what is to come with her character in the future. Um, yeah, moving on to that, we see that the knight of Hanoi, I should say, that lost the duel last episode, didn't fall off and die. Essentially, because I know I was actually having a conversation with one of my commenters who was asking like if he actually died, and we actually didn't know that, but it didn't seem like he actually died. Um, he then proceeds though to blow up Playmaker and himself. Yeah, seems like that. Um, and then I don't know really what happens here, but Ignis goes into this Venom like number 96 kind of form and eats the knight before he can explode, I guess. It seemed like a suicide bomb kind of thing. Um, I'm not now we're not even sure if now he's dead or if his AI was or sorry, his avatar was just deleted thanks to Ignis. Which I'm not sure. He doesn't really go into explaining that because Yusaku asks him and he's like, "Hey, what did you just do?" He's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. I ate him." And you would have been seriously injured in real life if that had happened. So it seemed like he wasn't going to kill him, but he just wanted to really injure him in real life. So that's interesting as well. The knights have a way of injuring people um, in their avatar form, opposed to killing them in speed duels. I don't know. Still good to see that there's like this underlining threat, like that these duels do have consequences, that there's stakes to be had here. So that's cool. Um, Another interesting thing that we learn is I'll get to Revolver last actually. I want to go on to Go Unozuka and how what we get a feel for what his character might be like, because his duel is going to be next episode. So yeah, for those of you who know me, I'm a big fan of Go Genzuka from Arc 5. I really liked him. I really liked his character. I just really liked the aspect of his deck and his steadfast dueling. So when I see Go, I do like the character, and I do kind of like his deck as well. I don't think I'll be making it though. Um, his as for his attitude, it's definitely seeming a little different from Gogensuka, but he is. I can see the parallels that people draw from Gogensuka and Go. So I guess we'll see. He seems to be considered or considerate about the fame that Playmaker is getting. Um, he's concerned with how much fame and publicity that Playmaker is getting, and I'm guessing he's getting upset because he wants that publicity. He then gets like asked to duel Playmaker, um, which seems like the perfect opportunity to show him up, right? But then it shows a different side where it's like, hey, well, like the Soul Technology guy or Ioi's brother is like, hey, we'll sponsor you. We'll give you this friggin' hoverboard to go speed dueling. All you got to do is beat Playmaker, and we'll get the AI, and you'll get what you want. Um, but that being said, he doesn't take the offer. So it seems like, despite wanting fame, Go has some integrity, which is good. It adds layers to his character, which is fantastic. Like the less 2D characters that we get in this series, the better, because it seems like Go is going to be one of those characters that we're in for in the long run, and it's going to be good if we can build up some likability for this character. So I'm excited to see his duel next week. He also enters. He also enters as a Knight of Hanoi, I think, at the end of the episode. I don't think that's confirmed um, to be him, but it's most likely him. He probably created an avatar to look like a Knight of Hanoi just to draw out Playmaker to duel him for himself on his own turf. That's probably what's going down. But as for if it's like confirmed to be him, I don't want to say that it is him. And then next week it comes to be that it was actually just a regular Knight of Hanoi fodder that's out to get Playmaker again. So most likely Go, but it might not be. Moving on, I want to talk about Revolver and the interesting tidbits that we actually get about his character in this episode, which is really cool. Because one thing I do want to point out is his three verse things that actually Playmaker does, which is like he's like first, second, third. So he does that as well. So there's definitely some connection between him and Playmaker, um, because they do that thing. But what's interesting about what he says last is that he says um, he will have no choice but to. I think he says he'll have no choice but to join up with me or team up with me or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what was said, but like it seems like he'll have no choice. Like he'll join me, um, which is interesting to me because I'm wondering if he knows something about Playmaker that um, that maybe that Playmaker doesn't know himself. He's probably somebody from his past. He's that like was probably one of those children. We also learned that Revolver. Um, we get a little glimpse, I guess, like a very shaded glimpse of what he looks like in not his Revolver form. I fucking can't words. Um, but that's it's interesting because it seems like he's taking care of his father, who seems to be in critical condition. We also see a little mark on his hand. Um, Not sure what that's about, but maybe it has something to do with Playmaker as well. Maybe Yusaku has a mark like that somewhere on his body. Um, Only time will tell, I guess. But yeah, this is interesting. We got a lot of groundwork. We got a lot of world building in this episode, which is good. No duel, but that's fine because we're gonna get a duel next episode. So it seems like so far it's going world building duel instead of trying to do world building and dueling in the same episode, which feels rushed, I guess. So I guess they're trying to go at it in a different approach with this series, which is I can fully respect. Um, it was a solid episode. I really liked it. There was this weird part where uh, Yusaku seen Revolver in the sky. I guess he has that. I guess he has a connection to Link Vrains. Yeah, it's been shown that he has like some weird connection to Link Vrains where he can just see or get a sense for what's happening. So I guess like Yusaku looked in the sky and he's seen Revolver riding on his dragon, which we're pretty sure is Bullet Load Dragon, something like that. Varel Load Dragon, I think that's what it's called. Um, the one I talked about last week. Yeah, so we see that. We get a good interaction between Playmaker and Ignis, I guess, because Ignis actually has like this playful attitude, yet he's still hiding something. Um, yeah, so I'm actually more excited to see how that's going to go. Um, I guess we'll see. Like I don't want to talk about it too much because then I'm probably just going to ruin it for myself. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you, in terms of the whole Revolver thing? What is your thoughts? Like any theories? Because I want to really hear some really good theories and some juicy stuff. So leave that in the comment section down below. Yeah, just tell me what you guys think. I'm really liking it so far. I have no real negative things to say. But yeah, we'll see for the next duel next week. So remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week. Peace.